In this world today, we're faced with so many problems. Problems like corruption, destruction, air pollution, and to the problem of birth control, there's still no solution. No solution. Oh, no.
Statistics and the death of beauty. Today we're going to be exploring this concept of whether our logic, our math, our tools spells out the death of humanity and by extension beauty. Before we do that though, we're going to have to go to a neighboring park to find a leaf. Alright, so we're going to be on the lookout for a really nice looking leaf, but when I think of this concept, I can't help but think of my favorite quote by Dr. Michael Sugrue, where he states that logic is a good servant but a poor master. Damn, logic is a good servant but a poor master. As our mathematical models improve, which is arguably the highest form of logic that we've made thus far, and by proxy, as our technology advances, the relationship between servant and master is being confused. Who is the servant and who is the master? I mean, if you look around, it seems that more and more people are outsourcing their own thinking to their devices. Smartphones, dumb people. Art is being stripped of its meaning and substance. Mediocrity becoming ubiquitous and saturating the space. It's more about likes, dopamine release, and viewer retention than it is about messages and purpose. Even a concept as near and dear to my heart, such as healthcare. The course of care for patients is more directed by the various black boxes of insurance companies and the 4D chess moves of big pharma than it is by the knowledge and expertise of the very people who've dedicated their whole lives to help people. It can all just seem really overwhelming. I think this will do. Now, does this all spell out the death of humanity and by extension beauty? Is logic, math, AI, statistics the death of beauty? Well, I don't think so, and here's why. On one side you have the bureaucrats, and on the other side you have the gunslingers. And this little black dot in the middle represents the current state of said technology, logical tool, whatever. The bureaucrat's main role in society is to slap such an inertia and friction on a tool as to discourage its use or disincentivize users to go crazy with the tool. And on the gunslinger side, well, their main job is to just shoot for the moon, disregard the footprint, throw caution to the wind, and try to progress the tool forward. Eventually, through this uncoordinated, off-tempo choreography between the two, the effects sort of homogenize. And that's why I think ultimately we will be safe, because society will adapt to this big change, hopefully. Now, although this little dance might seem safe, eventually reestablishing in the middle, as a person who has limited resources and really hates unnecessary movement, I'd rather just get to the final destination off the bat. Find that middle point. I don't want to fear the tool, nor do I want to idolize it. I just want to, as best I can, objectively determine what the purpose of this tool is and leave it at that. And when I think of applications that are balanced, that are intentional and diligent with something as crazy as AI, I can't help but think of our sponsor for today, Jenny AI. Now, before you click off the video, I think this is actually super interesting. You see, Jenny AI is a tool that helps you write your papers, but it doesn't write your paper for you. In fact, if I were to sum up Jenny AI in my own words, I would sum it up as a well-read friend that's on call 24/7. Now picture this, you have an essay to write and you want edits from your friend. You send your email, there's a correspondence, and it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, it takes a long time, you eventually get back into your flowing state. You've overcome your writer's block. Jenny AI just does that immediately by offering suggestions. And the cool thing about Jenny AI is it's not just a well-read friend, it's a well-adjusted friend. The locomotion of information should be consensual. And, well, Jenny AI will only suggest things if you want it to. Now, I've been very wary on taking on sponsors for this channel because, for lack of better words, I don't want to prostitute my own voice. there's got to be a better way to say that. Let me just... perfect. I don't want to compromise my own voice. But the cool thing about Jenny AI is they were very transparent about their whole process, and they emphasized the ethics first. They were allowing me to ask difficult questions to them. Second of all, they didn't make me say anything that I didn't want to say. And third of all, their mission statement is in line with the thesis of this video, which I wrote almost 6+ months ago. So yeah, if you guys are interested in playing around with the software yourself, link is down below in the description to just trial it out. And still going off of this Jenny AI thing, when I think of implementations of tools like this, I'm not afraid of departing from our humanity. And I'm not afraid of us losing the focus. And in fact, I think that for better or worse, it helps us find the point.
I guess they thought by now we'd had a great big fight. No, 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 no.
And this brings me to my final point, which is that I view mathematics, logic, statistics, AI, I view all of that as a compass. And regardless of how advanced this compass gets, it'd be ridiculous to emphasize the compass more so than the destination, than your true north. Now, if all of that is the compass, what is our true north? Well, I believe that our true north is answers to difficult questions. One of the foremost important questions I can think of is better defining humanity. What is humanity? Let's do a little exercise. In 3 one-syllable words, I want you to describe humanity in its sum. Good and bad, smart and dumb, whatever it may be, we'll feel limited. Now, let's say after iterations of playing this game, I give you as many syllable-dense words as you can possibly have. Obviously, you won't use all those words, and it might seem impossible to string up all those words to define humanity, but regardless, we'll be able to get closer to a more nuanced definition, and this is where I think proper utilization of AI falls in line. It's a compass that tells us where the tributaries and the mountains and the valleys and the crags are. It tells us where to go around. And as we get to something so close to our current definition of humanity, we're going to have to get really microscopic and granular, looking at the negative spaces between us and AI to further define humanity. And I think that this is, optimistically, a really exciting and encouraging time to be alive. That being said, I understand that this is my point of view, and I understand that there's a huge scare regarding AI and Doomageddon and statistics and mathematics. So I guess I want to end this video off with a question or a set of questions for you all. What do you think about AI as it relates to your career and your life? What is your career in your life? Are you a healthcare worker? Are you a computer science major? Are you a teacher? Are you a construction worker? What do you feel about AI? Do you think it spells the death of humanity and beauty? And do you agree with my opinions? Do you think I'm full of it? Or do you think I'm sort of onto something? I look forward to your responses, and I will see you all in the next one.
Everybody wants to know if everything's alright. I guess they thought by now we'd had a great big fight.